Welcome to my home garage. We have a 2010 Toyota Corolla with an oxygen sensor code. It has had 2 sensors put in it so far, has not resolved the issue. I will let you know what that code is now. We're going to scan the vehicle and we're going to go through it and we'll pretend like nothing was changed on the vehicle. I think that's the best way to go about it. So let's get started. First thing, we're going to get a battery charger or a booster pack on here to maintain our battery voltage. We just want to do this because we're going to be doing some testing. So we just want to make sure the battery is good. Ooh, I don't really like this terminal, but for now it should be okay. So there, we'll just leave it like so. And now let's scan the vehicle. I'll fast forward for you guys. We'll scan the whole vehicle and get a report. 3 faults in the engine computer. Not just 1, 3. We'll see what they are. I don't think this car even has tire pressure monitoring. If it does, it needs to be reset. This is scanning all the modules, even the ones the car doesn't have, because it doesn't know which ones it has. So it's creating its own path. So let's just check it out. That's what we're really after. Okay. Let's see what's up. What do we got? Oxygen sensor, bank 1, sensor 2. Low voltage pending code. Okay, so it is literally the same exact code, just 3 times. So it's pending, it's current, it's everything. So when did this code occur? Originally. Well, since someone deleted the information, we don't know. Well, let's take a look. Okay, so temperature, under throttle, bank 1, sensor 1, atmospheric pressure. If the temperature of the catalytic converter before is 500 and then it's 100 degrees cooler, I think it means it is clogged. Okay, but we will confirm that. All right, so this is pretty much just tells you everything. Misfires, what was happening at the time. Look, they were driving, vehicle's under load. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just deleting the code. So we're gonna just confirm right now. We're gonna read trouble codes, and if it's a hard code, it would come back immediately. So this has to go through some special tests first. The vehicle does its own testing to check the oxygen sensor. So we can check air fuel, faster detection of the failed parts. Okay, inline engine, it's a banked engine. Okay, bank 1, sensor 1. This is just bank 1, sensor 2, oxygen sensor is at 0.01 volts. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the vehicle up and we're going to see if anything that will change. Okay, so looking at the oxygen sensor, it is a, let's try to zoom in on it. I can't even read the brand. It is a, what is that, TAF? I don't even know what TAF is. TAFF. I don't know what brand that is. Right away I'm like, this is a shit oxygen sensor. Like, it looks damaged right there. Look. I don't know. I'm gonna remove it. But it's like, initially you always want to check your oxygen sensor and make sure it's of good quality. Alright, let's see if anything happens when I, well, you know, problem number 1 is we got an oxygen sensor. of poor quality. So the first thing you want to do is get a good oxygen sensor. I always recommend, number one, before you do anything, get a high quality oxygen sensor installed. I don't even know what brand this is. All right, we'll inspect it further, but I'm pretty sure it's of poor quality, and poor quality oxygen sensors fail prematurely all the time. Even that one I'm worried about now. I wish it was just the original oxygen sensor. So we'll check the wiring inside, but a TAFF 02030 C380. That's the name on this. Low voltage. There's your secondary catalytic converter and resonator and secondary cat, and there's your primary cat. Everything else looks pretty solid under here. So let's get down. There it goes. There it goes. We haven't seen this oxygen sensor past 0.21 volts with the old one, and now it seems to be okay. Obviously, we're gonna have to run the readiness monitors. So first thing, we're just gonna warm this car up, get it to operating temperature. But it seems to be working properly now. To be between 0.1 volts and 1 volt. So right now we're at 0.85, which would say that it is running rich. Yes. So it's saying it's running rich right now, which makes sense because it's cold. Because if it was low voltage, it would be... Okay, so right now our fuel trims are well within. We're in a closed loop system, so now the oxygen sensor is in full control of the system. We're gonna get on the highway a little bit here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. If there's any glare. There we go. Alright, so there's 2 lanes here. You go in your lane, I go in my lane. I still think this catalytic converter is clogged. I don't know, it just doesn't have any power to get on the highway. Like, I'm struggling right now to accelerate and drive. Like, this thing should be getting up and going, and it's not doing that. So what do we got now for oxygen sensor? Is at 0.1 volts, 0 volts. Okay. So now again, we're not in there. It's fluctuating up and down, 0.9. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to go up and down, up and down, up and down. So by the time we finish this run, the vehicle should be, see now as we accelerate, okay, yeah, we're getting up and down. It doesn't let me graph. I don't know why it's not letting me graph this. It should allow me to graph it, but it's not allowing me. All right, but we are getting the voltage up there. Before it was stuck at 0.1 to 0. I think maybe 0.3 volts one time on some aftermarket. I don't even know the brand of the sensor. This is a genuine OEM Denso sensor, exactly like the same one you would get from Toyota. So it seems like our readings are correct now, but like I am struggling to get it to 100 kilometers an hour. You can do a back pressure test to test these the exhaust system to see if it is clogged. Another test we can do is with vacuum on the engine. But honestly, just from feeling it, like, I know this isn't a powerful engine, but it just has no heart, man. Alright, so we've seen what it's doing. It seems to be okay. So right now, technically it's saying it's detecting too much oxygen. That's what it's telling me right there. But then see it goes up and down, so that's doing something it wasn't doing before. Okay, so let's go back now. Let's check readiness monitors. And let's see what we got. Alright. Enter to input a desired DTC change. Oh. P 0137. Next. Oh, someone's car broke down in front of the school. Okay, right now, check it out. It says the readiness monitor is complete for this code. So it has not detected a low voltage signal from the car at this moment. We'll check for pending DTCs and see what's happening. But right now at this moment, it's saying it is fine. Okay, so let's check readiness monitors. We'll check. Let's check mode DTC. What's that? Next. Okay. Verify the following. Okay, so we're gonna pull over here. It wants us to not have the engine running, so back up. So key on, engine not running, switch on, try. Okay. Because you got to remember that code is a 2-trip logic code. Okay. So let's check the if we have any trouble codes for this code, any pending. So right now we have no trouble codes. So technically right now we would be going into our second cycle, trip cycle. So let's just keep monitoring. Active test do we have? We might even have a way to check the actual sensor. Yeah, see, we can control the injection volume of the fuel, and then we can monitor our O2 sensors. So that is something we can do. But I think this person just drives their car very slowly, and that's why they never actually get they don't feel that the vehicle is underpowered. But yeah, controlling injection volume is how we would monitor whether or not the oxygen sensors are reading. That's how Toyota does it. So keep that in mind. If you want to check them, you can. There is a way without having to like go and dump fuel in the car. Okay, so let's go to our live data. So like if you drive this car normally, it's fine. It's when you try to gun it that it just falls on its face. Like getting onto the highway was kind of a struggle, to be honest. Okay, so our catalyst monitor is incomplete still. What else is incomplete? Heated oxygen sensor monitor, evap system's not complete. Oxygen sensor monitoring complete. Oxygen sensor 2 monitoring complete. That's what we wanted. Okay. Oxygen sensor bank 2. Check out that reading right there. That's what we want to see. But why can't we graph it? See, that kind of pisses me off. Why can't I graph that? Can I graph this? I can't graph anything? I can graph bank 1. Okay, well, that doesn't help me because I don't care about that one. Yeah, check out our catalytic converter temperatures. If that's correct, and the front of the cat is way hotter than the back, then we have a clogged catalytic converter. Alright, but that's my opinion. Okay, watch. We can graph the primary O2 sensor, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. Sitting around 1 volt. That's what it's supposed to do all the time. And I got the throttle there. We don't care about the throttle. We only care about the green one. Okay, there. I figured out a way to graph it. Sweet. Figured out a way to graph it. So we go. There we go. Too much oxygen, tons of oxygen. It's gonna level off. Okay. Okay, let's see if we have any codes. Still have no codes. That code was coming back on immediately. See if we have any pending codes. Okay. Let's turn the car off, and then we'll do a second drive cycle. Okay. So we'll just turn this off. So right now everything's fine. Turn it off, and we'll go for a second drive. I still think this car has a clogged cat. In my opinion, probably it's going to smoke this O2 sensor as well. That's what I think is going to happen. Okay, let's go charge this baby up.